What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Guess who's back, man? I had somebody ask me, they say, Will, you gonna keep making watch lists on YouTube? I said, man, I haven't been getting any feedback. I asked people if they got questions. People never let me know what's going on, so it's hard to help people if you don't know what they need. I think I'm pretty good at what I do. So I set out every week to do the best I can possibly do to help as many people as I can possibly help. So you never know how long I'm gonna be here. You never know. None of us know. Nothing is ever guaranteed in life, so we gotta appreciate it while we got it, right? A lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. Interesting times, right? Interesting times. But I guess throughout history, it's always interesting times. What we're going to do is try to figure out what's going on and see if we can make some money in this stock market. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can get these drops. I'm going to try to set you guys up for the future. So, like I say, I don't know how many of these I'm going to do or how often, but I just want to hook you guys up. If you know me, you know I believe in time and just kind of being in positions before things really get going, or, you know, whenever we get the discounts that we like. So, getting into it, U.S. economics calendar. Monday, March 30th, Fed Chair Jerome Powell speaks. Last time we heard from Jerome Powell, interest rate decisions kept those flat. More Fed speakers, 4 p.m. We'll see how that goes. Tuesday, March 31st, going into a new month. Job openings, Chicago Business Barometer, Home Price Index, Consumer Confidence, a couple Fed speakers. New month, Wednesday, April 1st. U.S. retail sales delay report, retail sales minus autos, ADP jobs, St. Louis Fed President Alberto Mussolini, ISM manufacturing PMI. Thursday, April 2nd, initial jobless claims, trade deficit. Friday the 3rd, U.S. employment report, U.S. unemployment rate, hourly wages year over year. So the market will be closed Friday on the 3rd for Good Friday. So these announcements will all come out while the market is closed. So get into the almanac for the week. Historically bullish, but in this market, we'll see how that goes. I'm guessing there's quite a bit more downside in the market. Yeah, so I'll be able to get some quality tech stocks at a discount. But that's okay. We don't care if the market goes down. We're just interested in the stocks that we're invested in and trading at any particular moment. The last day of March, the Dow has been down 21 of the last 36 trading sessions. The Russell 2000 has been up 26 of the last 36, but you know, we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Do we get some kind of crazy announcement? I don't know. You know how this market goes, reacting quite a bit to headlines. First trading day in April, S&P has been up 22 of the last 31 trading sessions. Historically bullish day. Passover, Thursday the 2nd, NASDAQ has been up 21 of the last 25 days before Good Friday. Historically bullish, and once again, Good Friday, the market is closed. So what am I going to be looking at? Pretty simple for me, mining and materials, XME. That's what I got listed. Very, very simple. Let's check this out. And then, so we got a lot of different stocks: HCC, RS, NUE, STLD, Cleveland Cliffs, Freeport, CMC, AA. We're going to focus on a couple of these, but you know, if we want to look at charts like HCC, you can kind of see what they look like. So stuff like this, and if you wonder what kind of companies that these are, you can always check them out. So yeah, these stocks, Warrior, Net Coal, these stocks have been going absolutely crazy. And I'll go back to the XME so we can check this out again. XME is not actually in SPY, but it's something that I like to track, right? Because it has all those miners in there versus a lot of the material stocks, the chemical stocks. These have a lot more of the actual commodities, miners, different things like that. But yeah, there's quite a few in here. We're going to go over a few of these in here for the watch list. A lot of good opportunities. Looking to get some crazy runs. XME has been outperforming, I believe, about 106% to this point over the last year. Hit some lows about $45. High level retracements around like $96, but we pushed up off of those. I'll go to lower time frames. You can see on the monthly chart we came down here. So before we even pushed up, we're kind of in this range right here, and we're just below some 110.65 levels on XME. Quarterly broadening formations here, looking to push back up on the macro here. So everything's been green the entire time, right? So we just want to see if we can push this back up to the highs. Potentially got some discounts here below that 110.65, of course. Line in the sand about around 106, and that's kind of like the discounts below the 110.65. So we got a few we're going to be looking at this week. One of them, Coair Mining, CDE. I've been in love with these kind of stocks for a long time. Real infrastructure, right? So, you know, we never know who's going to be the new tech giant, but the infrastructure and the things that make the planet go, we want to focus on those, right? So you can see we got some nice discounts here on Coair Mining. So we're looking for a 3-1-2-4-hour entry above $17.14. So as a lot of the market's falling, you can see like a lot of these XME mining and material stocks are holding strong. So they've been strong, like I said, 100%, 6%. Got some discounts. We'll see if these want to push back up. Peabody, I want to see if Peabody takes out some highs. This $46 high here, it's been absolutely on fire. Last session up 5.5%. Of course, obviously, if you can get discounts, that would be awesome. But BTU Peabody, let's see where we go from here. 2-1-2-4 hour. Let's see. 2-1-2-4 hour above $39.65. So yeah, we'll see if we get that breakout and then set some new highs over there. Pretty clean. Coal power. Yeah. What else we got? Helco Mining, HL. Been trading Helco Mining since it was maybe $5 or so. Quarterly, you see we got some crazy discounts here. I mean, like crazy discounts here. Previous watch list, we had entries above 550. right? So you can see what the performance did since then, and we got some discounts. So we're gonna go right back to the well. Quarterly broadening formations. Pretty clean 60-minute entry. If we can get some discounts, let's try to get them. But this is pretty clean here. 60-minute. Let's make sure we get this in the screen. 60-minute above 1794. Pretty clean there. Let me activate this just to get it all on the screen. Yep, 60-minute above 1794. Big gap in price action there. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then African Americans, AA, that's what we call it, Alcoa. It's been strong. Hit some quarterly broad formations. Gap now, got some discounts. Big gap in price action. So it's been really, really strong, right? So we'll see how far in this cycle, how fast these things want to go, but we definitely want to take advantage of any of these discounts. They had the corporate data. They had they have earnings 4/16 after market, right? So, yeah, AA. We'll see how that goes. Big gap in price action, gap up to around $68, and we'll just see where we can go beyond then. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to having a great week. And then, again, if you're interested in some of these mining and material stocks, try to give yourself time. Low IV. There's a bunch of different ones. But I'll just, just pull up some things on the chart just to kind of give you guys some ideas. I always like to, try to give myself as much time as possible on some of these, and there's a lot of different options, things you can do, right? So it's all up to you. You just got to make the best plans for you and your family, and the rest will kind of just take care of itself, right? So as always, if anybody has questions, thoughts, ideas about anything that we're doing, I definitely want to help you guys out, right? So not gonna take up too much time. With that being said, if you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can get these drops whenever they're available. It's your man BossGangVIP, the Money Watch, man. I'm out. Peace.